All right, welcome back, everybody, to another fireside chat discussion. These fireside chat discussions that I've put together on the Sabbath, the anger, regression, the renting the veil, and the other fireside discussions that I have on the solar, weather, geomagnetic storms affecting human health are all put together, are all discussions that I like having with individuals. These are conversation topics that I have stored in my mind and my understanding. I don't have any notes that I go off during these fireside discussions. I'm literally just trying to have a conversation and relate this understanding that has helped me to come to the conclusions that I have in my journey. I don't want to influence your free will in any way. The information doesn't resonate with you, then discard it. But if it resonates with you, then take it and use it. That way I feel that I'm not speaking with authority, but rather a fellow sojourner on this journey with you. So I try to remain very humble and very kind and loving to other people. I try to recognize in everybody the Creator. I try to include everybody in the discussions. I never want to debate or argue with anyone, but rather I want to listen to you and hear what you have to say. I feel that in my journey, in this existence, that several lessons of anger and emotions, several of these different lessons that have taught me and shaped me and my character and personality, I feel that I have a lot of information that I want to share with other people and with my children through this medium. In a way, you could say that this is like my legacy, that like I'm writing my autobiography. However, saying that makes me feel very humble that I have something that I can leave, although I feel it's completely unnecessary to relay any of this information. I feel it's important to have this information available for my children more than anything else. But I am happy to share this information with everyone. This information is what drives me and motivates me to keep going, to keep learning, to keep trying to understand. And I know, and I really feel that we can't really know or understand yet, but I do feel that we can make ourselves familiar with the catalyst. And what I mean by that is the original thought. The catalyst is love, and the original thought is love. But saying love doesn't do it justification. But saying love feels very incomplete and not a full description of what it really means. The original thought, love. Love is the original thought. But how do we put that into words? How can we even begin to describe that without undergoing this experience? This experience we call life is the catalyst of love. It brings the love forth. It consecrates the love within our very beings. It speeds up our chemical, biological, spiritual evolution, for that's what catalyst means. So by understanding the original thought, by trying to understand this, we must come out of the lower chakra, of the root chakra, and the survival mode to live a more confident, reassured, happy existence. Now, if we're angry, or if we're jealous, or if we have any malcontent within our hearts, and it's showing outwardly where others can visibly see that there's something wrong with us, whether this is a physical illness or a mental illness. This manifestation is showing a blockage in your first chakra, that root chakra. So they say your tree will bear fruits, and we will know you by the fruits that you bear. And this is so very true. When I walk around and I see people and I feel them psychically, I feel their anger, their discontent, their resentment. I can feel how troubled they are. And they don't even need to say anything. Their aura reaches out to me, and I feel it through my aura connecting with them. A lifetime of misery and trouble. Searching for peace, but never to find it. I really yearn for that type of company. For the people that are broken, the meek, the people of earth who have been hurt, the poor, the wretched, the sinners. Why? Why do I seek company with these people? I'll tell you why. For this is my heaven, and this is their hell. And if I go into their hell and bring them out of their hell and into my heaven, they too will see heaven. And that's what I want more than anything, is to help individuals come out of the hell that they've crafted for their existence and bring them into their very own heaven. And this process is something that we do within our minds and controlling our thoughts and thinking. Every day we can be bombarded with thoughts that cause us self-destruction, ruin, and loss. And all we have to do is entertain those thoughts. Allow them to really saturate our thinking, our mind, and our being. Let them really bother us to the point they make us angry. Even to the point where we believe this lie is the truth. The interesting thing about truth is that it is living. It is dynamic and it's changing. And what I mean by that is, if you really believe something is true, then everything in your existence will conform to convince you that you are right, that that is truth. You'll get all the evidence you need to support whatever it is you want to believe. That's the magic of the living truth. That allows us to become what we believe. So I take the lie, I take the falsification, that which is not true, but I want to make that become the truth. So I persevere in that assumption that it is true, even though it's not right now. Does this mean that I'm believing in the lie? In a way, you are crafting what it is you want. So that's the power of love, that we can become whatever it is we desire to become by just imagining that state and moving into it. Now, within our minds, we want to move into a state of calmness, peace, and content. But our minds are so ravaged with thoughts of desperation and survival and guilt. How do we overcome? How do we remove that blockage that's in our first root chakra? How do we sacrifice this desire to survive? Because in the root chakra, that's where we're dealing with these basic physical desires and traits like survival or our lust, animalistic tendencies, for we're in animal bodies. we will act like animals from time to time. It is our conscious awareness that brings us out of that state of being so animalistic in all of our instincts by love. Love is the catalyst that's driving us to change into a being of higher frequency. This is really important to understand the original thought. That original thought of love is that you develop like a child, that you be allowed to make mistakes and grow from those mistakes. Take what you learn and develop what you're learning. What we need to learn more than anything to help us individually love ourselves more, to fall in love with your shadow. Fall in love with you, who you are. Love this being. Give it love every day. You have to be the one to love yourself. No one else will. No one will lay down and die for your body. Only you will do that. Understand that from the bottom of your soul to the top of your head. Understand it throughout your whole being. You are love. You have to give yourself that love. Nobody else will. You'll look through the world for people that will, but they won't. This journey is about you. It's about developing as an individual those things which you need. And you need to tell yourself that you are loved and give yourself that love first. By doing that, you'll be able to love other people and to serve other people. You'll see the beauty that's in you is the beauty in all of those people. Everyone has that same I am, experiencing the moments of just being. Just being now here, breathing, listening, feeling, touching, thinking, imagining. That is God. That's the Creator. That's you. Please understand this and don't be angry. Being angry or sad or jealous or upset, envy, strife, these are keeping you from connecting with who you really are. These are providing you with a dense vibration and keeping you tethered down to gravity like a rock sinking to the bottom of the river. You must loosen those bonds and raise your being to a lighter feeling by letting go of the envy and that strife, the jealousy, the anger, the hatred, the upset. Cut that away like a rock that's been tied to your ankle. You have the knife in your hand. I want you to saw away at that rope. Saw away before you drowned in the water. Hurry. Every day, think about this. Think about how it is dragging you down into the density of this heavy existence. If you can understand, if you can hear what I'm saying, take this moment and really contemplate what is holding you back. Think intensely on what makes you upset, what makes you jealous, what makes you envious. I want you to take all those things and tie them to that rock. And as you cut that rope away, that rock and everything on it will be carried to the depths. And you will become light and float away. In your imagination, do this and disconnect with that lower vibration that keeps you in survival mode. And say to yourself, this life is like a wisp of smoke. It is here one moment and gone the next. And with that saying, know in your inner being that this time is short, that we're only here for a moment. And in that moment's time, we need to look intensely at the original thought in everything. Wherever we look, whatever conversation we have, whatever place we are in, we must focus on the catalyst, the original thought, why we love. And in every situation, we have to find the love. If it's not there, we have to manifest the love. This is very important to understand. A situation where violence and anger is dominating is only because the love is not being manifested in the intensity that it needs to be. I feel that we could come together and form a group. The group's focus would be on world meditation for peace. This has been done in the past where millions of children came together at the same time and meditated for world peace. And while this meditation was occurring, the levels of violence around the world went down dramatically. So dramatically that it was noticeable the effect that these children were having. They were praying for the disaster that happened in Japan. And I believe they had a great effect, that they saved a lot of people by coming together and meditating and focusing their energy on love to protect those people. And I believe it could have been a lot worse. A nuclear disaster there could have killed so many more people, but yet they didn't die. The years that come after the disaster, like what we witnessed in Fukushima and Nagasaki, those devastations lasted 40 years afterwards, with reproductive harm and all kinds of different issues that were continuing to be very prevalent due to the nuclear fallout and the contamination. However, with this scenario, we're not seeing that. And that's amazing. And I really feel that this meditation is a powerful thing that helped protect those people and is still protecting them now. Could you imagine a group coming together, a large group uniting with other groups, to have that worldwide meditation happening at the same time? That could be very powerful. That could stop wars from happening and reduce the conflict in regions that are out of control. And I really feel that that should be our focus with the original thought, is how can we bring more love into the world? More meditation on this thought of the original thought. I feel the solution we need can only come in that way. That no problem can be solved at the level of consciousness at which it was created. We have to raise our conscience, and then we're able to solve these more difficult problems. And that's where the group meditation on the original thought would be a very powerful experience for the entire world. And my hope is to one day establish enough community here to come together and form this group, to organize some type of time frame that we can unite with our brothers and sisters around the world. I know there are Buddhists in California that are already participating in daily, weekly meditation rituals with other monks throughout the world, including back in Tibet and in the Philippines and Thailand. There are many friends and brothers and sisters there that would participate with us in this. They would love for us to join them in this worldwide meditation that's already taking place. And we want more unity within this field of meditators focusing on that original thought. I just want to say thank you for watching these videos, for taking the time to listen to me. I know I don't have a great voice for this type of work, but I'm not really concerned with the quality of my voice or the quality of these recordings. But what I am concerned about is the quality of the message that I'm relaying. I want it to be very clear and a way one could understand with the material that I'm leaving here on this channel, my point of view and the way that I see the world and the way that things are being conveyed to me, in hopes that others will see a bigger picture. I really feel if we keep our minds open and we listen to everybody, that at the end of the day, we'll have more pieces for this puzzle. And therein, we will have a bigger, clearer picture. So I say thank you for contributing whatever you contribute and however you contribute that piece. And here is my contribution, a piece for your puzzle. Thank you. And I send my love to you and light to bring you peace and harmony within your being, to be content being